Okay, we are live on Twitch. Hey, Misha. I'm just waiting on YouTube. Let's see. Hey, Misha. Yeah, we're gonna paint today. My cat is with me. She's on my table pushing a glass. Don't push it too much. It's taking a while for YouTube to start, I think. Oh no, it is live. Yay! Let's make a test. And there you go. We're live. Okay. Hope the quality is good enough. I'm trying my best to keep everything as smooth as possible. Let's go to the chat system. Okay, there you go. Hey, Axe. I'm back. I'm back. I've been working quite a lot on this one actually. I added a photo so you guys can see the progress of how the face has changed and what I'm going after right now. Let me know if the music is too loud, Axe. Just added something so you guys can listen to while I try to paint. Make sure the head doesn't go in front of the screen. Is everything okay for you, Axe? Music loud. Oops. Let's lower this. Is that better, by the way? Or is it too low? There you go, I think this is gonna be better. Yeah. Let me know, X. I'm depending on you. Okay. Yeah, cool. let's draw now. Well, I'm gonna be painting, but anyways. Let me know if you want me to zoom more on the work axe. Let's hope I'm not making this eye too big. I have something in my mind. I've been enjoying it, enjoying doing this kind of medium. So I paint a lot with medium, and I get this kind of blurry effect. Is this? Yeah, okay, it's a bit blurry. I'm also using a new lens. There you go. I've been looking online for lenses. Jesus Christ, they're so expensive. Like the one I'm having right now is like $120, something like that. It doesn't distort as much. It grabs onto more light, but I can't zoom in. So I need to use the program to be able to zoom in. So yeah, I think I have found the palette I like working with. So far this palette is great. What I mean by palette, I mean colors. I want to be able to do paintings like Soraya or Catherine Jones. I want to express myself. So yeah, I'm quite warm up right now with this. I feel like I'm painting way faster than before. God damn it, I wish I can do something about the quality. GCEE911. We just started, so I'm warming up, and then I think I'm gonna speed it up once I'm in there and I have colors to work with. Go get your coffee if it's good morning for you. I already had my coffee. Wish I can do something too. There. That's a bit better. Okay, let's add some darks in there. So if I want to mix darker tone, I mix Ultramarine Blue with Alizarim Crimson, my favorite black. So the way I'm liking to work now, I just like to not speed up anymore. Just take my time, figure out one shape at a time instead of rushing it. Wait, are you the person, GC, are you the person that works during the night time and then you go to bed when you come home? I'm very bad with names, but I remember someone that told me that they had to go to bed, and I'm not sure where you were from. I know you were from the States, maybe? Was it New York? I'm so sorry if I'm mixing you up. Yeah, I'm glad you're checking me out sometimes. Yeah, New York. At least that much I can remember. I've also been working late till like 2 AM. I think the most I spent on this painting was more than 8 hours. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or 2 days ago when I was trying to... Good memory! I'm not always that good with my memory, but thank you. I have to admit, I do like working during the night time. Somehow it feels like that's when I wake up. Well, I think I've used too much medium yesterday. It's very... how do you say it in English? Flowy. Ha! How important would you say coffee is for this painting? I am a very weird person. When I make my coffee, I tend to make it stronger than I usually drink it, but then I pour like more than half of the glass with water, cold water, so I can drink it fast. That's how weird I am. Thank you, GC. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was going with this one. I've also experimented a lot in Photoshop, and after this painting I've been reading a little bit more than usual. Well, my usual 10 minutes of reading, and I want to go into some subjects. I know, I'm a weirdo when it comes to the coffee. It's because when I was a teacher I never had time to drink my bloody coffee, so it always got cold, way too cold. So now I'm like, okay, it's this hot, I need this much water, so then I can drink it faster. And I have some friends that drinks their coffee so hot. I have no idea how some people do it. I think it's insane. I wonder if the image is too dark. Whatever. You guys let me know. I have been reading a lot about lenses, and if I want to get the lens that presumably will help me with my streaming, the prices are insane. I'm not sure if I can afford one at all right now. Oh, keep pushing it. Oh, GC, I'm so sorry, I can't really do it. This, how do you call it, this camera that I have? Okay, I will do it. Just bear with me. I have to move everything again. Just 1 second. That's the thing, I was looking at at lenses, because this lens I have is a 50mm. I like my coffee black. I can't stand drinking when it's too... Okay, there you go. We're getting to... I want to show GC the painting before he goes to bed. Shit, you're gonna unplug my headphones. There you go. Hey, GC, I hope you're still there. And don't forget, I have like a small lag, so when I talk, you will hear me like in presumably 10 seconds. Is this the one? Okay. It's also... There you go. So that's the eagle. And I can't read the chat, so I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit. So you can see how much I've been changing the face. Like I've been working a lot. Very obsessed with it. I couldn't sleep. I mean, I was waking up during the night and I was seeing this painting just staring at me. And before, I think she was just too... too boring. I think she was just too boring. I'm gonna add some ISO to the image. There you go. And then yesterday I've worked a lot on the eagle. I'm still figuring out how to draw feathers. I find it really challenging, so you can see like I'm experimenting still. Loose, tight, loose, tight. But I think I'm gonna go pretty tight in the end. It's just that it takes a lot of time. And this is where I've kind of used a little bit more medium. I actually like it. I'm having an idea. I want to make the feathers transparent. Because so far, I don't want to like, oh my god, I have to back up so much. Backing up, there you go. So I kind of like how transparent it is. I hope you guys can still hear me. So, you see like the wing on the right, it feels like it's too heavy in comparison to this one where you can kind of see the environment in the back. I'm not sure if I will go for that. I might or I might not. We'll see. My favorite part of the painting is actually the hands. I think I had a lot of fun painting the hands. But I'm excited for the next paintings that I'm gonna do. I want them to be deeper, way deeper in the subject and everything. Barely even move this. There you go. Now I have to like, oh, that somehow is crisper. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna check the chat now. No, don't do it if you have to. Don't ruin it. I already did. Oh wow, thank you. Can feel the feathers on that eagle. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good in the end. I just need to be very patient with feathers because there's so many details, and so far the head looks really good. But you know, this is a painting, and I realize even with Instagram, when I look on Instagram, people post so much. I really can't do that. I mean, it takes time for me to make a painting, so I can't go with the algorithms of Instagram. I'm kind of tired of this, oh, post once a day and at this hour because that's when people notice you, la la la. I'm fine. If people really wants to see my work, they know where to find me, and if people shares it and talks about me and they see one of my painting and they like it, they will start following me. I don't want to force this. So, going back. God, so I need to get back on my chair. Now you can go to bed. You're dismissed. Thank you. And by the way, one of my friends, he might have an exhibition in New York. Thank you. Really, I'm really happy that you like it. But regarding my friend having an exhibition in New York, I really want to go and see it. I've never been to New York. I don't have much money, but if I buy the ticket in time, and I also have some friends living in New York. So if I ever come to New York, it would be fun if I can meet you one day. But you're working during the night, and then you sleep during the day. I don't know how that will work out, but with time. Alright, put headphones on. Check. Okay, let's paint you. God, I love birds. If I didn't have a cat, I would have a bird. Well, as I know, the gallery's name is Principal Gallery, was it called? And I think it's quite central. Yeah, it's Miles Johnston. And he's a very good friend of mine, and he asked me and another good friend of ours to see if we can actually make it there. I told him, like, I'm not sure. If I sell some of my paintings, sure. But until then, I have to work extremely hard to be able to do some traveling. Yeah, it would be so nice. I really like going, like traveling and then meeting up people. I think it's the best. But JC, it's time for you to take a nappy. Go and rest yourself. Good night, sleep well, and see you whenever. Are you guys working? Like drawing, working on a portfolio, being at work? And don't worry, Axe, if you're still there, I will visit you as well. My neighbor's sister's living there, so I have more than one person to meet up. That'll be fun if we can see people. I need to brighten up the eye more. Oh, I hate this program. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go on YouTube because this program just doesn't show me the conversation well enough. Let's see. Doesn't teaching pay well? Take care. Take the way. Take the way. How much are the drawing models paid at Sara? Danny Pavlov, I stopped teaching at the end of 2016. I felt like I burned out. I couldn't do it anymore. So I stopped. Because my problem is that when I do something, I give too much and then I just crash. Same goes with when I paint as well. Don't worry, I mean, I'm much better now. I mean, that's what happens when you're unexperienced and a workaholic. How much are the drawings models paid? I don't know if I should say that on live stream. You should email the school if you're interested in modeling. I'm not sure. I think that can be quite fun. Ah, my cat's hair is everywhere. I was eating some eggs and then like 4 times I had to take like this long hair out of my mouth. Well, I can tell you how much I paid someone. I think it was maybe 12 euros per hour or more. Yeah, I think it was 12 euros per hour. I'm actually pretty nice, so sometimes I gave a bit more if I could. Because I've done pretty hard jobs myself and I know what it means to do something and you put a lot of soul in it and then you don't get enough paid. And it's not that the people doesn't want to pay you, it's just that the world is how it is and there's not much money within the budget to be able to do it. Now, my biggest desire right now is to make a living from my art. I mean, I had the chance to get hired at gaming companies, but my boyfriend stopped me, my mother, my mom as well. They said that you haven't, and also my friend Miles, when he was, Miles was actually drawing with me this summer, and I was quite low depressed. I was also starting my medications and stuff, and I got this chance to work for this gaming company. Well, to do a test. I might have not gotten hired, but just knowing that I got through to get a test meant a lot to me. I wasn't having fun, not really. I mean, okay, I had some fun, but the more I was working, the more I realized that this is not really something I want to do. And I know, you know, in life you have to do things you don't like, I know. And then of course my friend Miles was like, are you having fun with this? I'm like, yeah, it's fun, but not really feeling it. And then he was like, then don't do the test. I looked at him. I wasn't sure. The first thing that came into my mind was like, this is an opportunity for me to actually have a job and get money and do art on the side. But I know that it's really hard. The projects I want to do, the amount of energy I want to put into my work, it's impossible to be able to do art on the side. And I've seen people trying to do this while having jobs and they're really struggling, man. It's like devastating to see people not be able to do what they love in life. And I have this chance because, you know, I'm fortunate that I'm enough, I can't speak. I'm fortunate enough to have an amazing family and partner that pushes me to do what I want. And yeah, and then Miles just told me, you know, show the world what you can do and the world will open up to you. So that's what I started doing. It wasn't easy. At points I had moments when I just wanted to stop and just get a bloody job. You see your account just dwindling down. But I do have this person in in Texas that commissioned me to do like posters, but right now I'm trying to figure out how to color from pencil, you know, still have the pencil texture in Photoshop, but have colors. And he wants like this neon colors within this illustration, and I'm like, screaming because I'm kind of stupid. I can't go beyond what I know that I've done. It's hard to explain. But yesterday night, I don't know what happened. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go crazy with it. And I did. And all of a sudden the illustration started changing and looking way, way more the way my client wanted, like really strong neon colors. But anyways, going back to my friend Miles, I mean, he also struggled a lot, but the way he struggled was more, it came natural to him to do what he's doing. So I talked a lot to him and my friend Frank about, you know, finding your niche, finding that thing that can describe you and your work. So when I was going to my shrink, I was telling her that I'm chaotic in my work. I like experimenting a lot. That's one reason experimentation is very good if you want to be a concept artist, because they want you to be able to do in more than just one style depending on what company you're working for. And it was actually interesting having Miles over, because that's when I realized when he moved down to Malmö with his girlfriend Saga, I pretty much ended up being alone, even though I had some other friends. Miles was basically every day here just working, and I realized how much I like working with other people. Of course, live streaming is a bit difficult. I mean, it can get a little bit stressful because I need to make sure that everything functions. But when he was here, it was like silence at the point. We just put some videos, listened to some comedy and stuff like that. That's one reason I felt like I wanted to do this live stream. It's like I was telling Axe at the point, it just got me going so much. Oh, that was my cat. Hey Trolls! What other questions do you guys have? I mean, what's your struggle with art? Do you want to be a fine artist? Do you just want to do it out of passion and have a job and don't feel like it's too much of a struggle? Because it is quite a lot of a struggle, because we all want this, we're all desiring this. So it's still some weird competition going on, but somehow I was actually thinking this morning of what people are doing with selling posters and smaller, let's say, things. It's more reasonable for people to be able to buy a print rather than a big painting. So it feels that in the end, I was like, oh my god, we artists can actually support each other if we just give like $10 or something like that for a print, then that artist will be safe for a while, so he can just keep on doing his art and I can keep on seeing what I like seeing from him. Because for example, I live very cheaply, extremely cheaply. I don't shop for bags, I don't shop for clothes. The only thing I shop for is food for my cat and myself, and then I look at stuff that I need, like a new lens for my camera. Danny Pavlov. I have no idea how to set up Twitch. Apparently all the time when because I am live streaming right now on Twitch as well. Let's see if someone from Twitch wrote to me. Nope. And the thing is that after I live stream, apparently I need to go into Twitch to take a setting, you know, to change a setting there so my videos will actually be saved. If you have any idea, you can send me an email on to do it. I know Trolls, my friend, said that he can help me with it. This is unbelievable. The last painting I did was of this cat. I mean, it wasn't a complicated painting to do and wasn't very imaginative. But when I started doing this painting, I felt so handicapped. And now I'm so much more warmed up. It feels so weird. It's like I know each step I need to do to get the result I want. And it's not like before I didn't know how to do it. It's just that I've been so into pencil. And like I said on my Instagram, I don't regret working more with pencil because I experimented more with subject and finding my niche, mostly with subject. And also the way I felt like I want to draw. Because before, one thing that I talked a lot with Miles, mostly when he was my roommate, is like, how the fuck do you get that patience, man? And by the way, for me, I actually am gonna name Miles Johnson the art guru. He said it's very cheesy, but he has to deal with it. I'm gonna be Mama Teo, he's gonna be the art guru. Anyways, so I was asking Miles, how do you manage to have so much patience? And for him, I don't know if it's really patience, it's more about enjoying the process. So I remember I was painting this dog and I had to paint the gravel on the ground. And I was so frustrated. I was like, for fuck's sakes, I can't do this. It's like I'm trying to be painterly and blah blah blah, whatever the hell I was saying. And then he was just telling me like, why don't you enjoy every little gravel on the floor? Like, you know, look at this little rock over here. I'm sure you can spend 20 minutes and make it look beautiful and catch so much more life. And then I realized the way Miles sometimes works. He just, sometimes maybe he's frustrated as well because he's human, but that bastard enjoys every process of his goddamn painting. And it shows in his artwork. People feels it when they see his artwork. And then, of course, I ended up going to a shrink because I couldn't deal with myself, and I had an amazing shrink that helped me so much, because she wasn't just a shrink, she was also a life coach. So she was telling me and talking to me about living in the now, accepting your flaws. So yeah, I don't know, trolls. I think I'm just gonna leave it as it is right now. I will fix Twitch and see how I can do this live stream, because I do want to find some dates, you know, like Wednesday and Friday at this hours. Join me if you want, because like I said, right now I'm a little bit chaotic with how I do this. So what do you guys want to represent with your art? What feeling do you want to show to the world? Do you have anything in particular that you like painting? You guys can ask me whatever you want. Just painting and checking the chat from time to time and then just babbling. Hey Septi, thank you. I guess you're back from uni. Grab your sketchbook, go into Photoshop, have some fun. I hope I can keep you motivated. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to do. I want to keep people motivated because they motivate me. And yeah, I really want to do that. I love it. It's like when I can't feel motivated, I just write to my friend, blah blah blah, I feel sad, blah blah blah, and then they just say something that just keeps me going, because that's something that Septi wrote to me yesterday, like depending on other people to work. I mean, my work is based off, you know, life. So my friends are the ones that inspires me to do certain art. Like, they convey a feeling for me. So I actually want to show that into my work. So I don't think we need to be not, how should I say it, ashamed, to be honest, for getting help from people or being motivated by others. I don't know if the word ashamed is a good one. I just think it's nice to just get help from people that cares about your work. And I will accept all the help I can get. I think it's Kapat Art, Trolls, my Twitch account. Can you see if it's actually rolling there? Septi, have fun being creative. This bird, I need to paint the mouth opened. So I'm trying to figure out a little bit of the drawing. The nostril will be here. We have the beak. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly, so it's gonna look a little bit weird, so let's see. Draw the beak a bit. So I have this. Okay, I see. So this one over here. And then this. Okay, and then we got the beak. There you go, and then the tongue will be here. Let's see. The eye. This shape. Nostril here. Okay, I know what I need to do. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, I'm trying to. I agree with you. It's way more fun to just talk to people and paint. But the thing with the eagle, right now I want to make the eagle's mouth open. So I'm just trying to figure out the drawing before I go into rendering it. Well, I do have a way of rendering and working at the same time. It's a certain skill I've gathered by working like a lunatic. And also, I think the next video I want to do like a explanation of how I see angles and shapes, volumes and so on. I think that can be quite fun. Because right now when I look at this eagle, I see one edge like this, another edge like this. So this is the top of, for example, I can explain it. I hope people just look on the screen, because this is something that I want to explain. So let's say that you have a point from here to here, right? So let's just draw the shape again. There you go. Everybody sees that? Okay, cool. I'll also zoom in. I think this is something that I really wanted to point out. Okay. Alright, so we have, this is the beak. Okay, we have one point here, and let's say another point over here, and then another point over here. So this is something that I see in my head. I don't know if it's called vectors. So I want to see the specific abstraction of this line. So if I selected the points that defines a specific line within a form, I want to go like, where's the top of the hill? Let's make it a little bit more different. There you go. So after that, when I find my 2 points, I drag a very, very straight line, and this is imaginative, very straight line, and then I find the middle of this line. So I think it's here. And then I drag a very straight line, like that, and then this is a 90-degree angle. So then I look at this abstraction, and then I go like, where's the top of the hill? Where is this line the longest? And right now, it is somewhere over here actually, because I kind of didn't draw that line correctly. But let's just say that it is over here. And then I look at this point here, again, drag a line connecting these 2 points, and then I'm like, where's the top of the hill? Right now it's not quite in the middle of this abstract shape, it's more onto the left. So then you kind of find more of this angular shape. So you have one tip of the line, top of the hill, top of the hill, top of the hill. You see? So you're like finding all of these shapes. So this is how my head perceives angles. And this is something I want to have one day in the live stream, so I can explain it a little bit better regarding an abstract shape. Because when I look at this bird, sure, I see an eye, a beak, and so on, but I just see a lot of points and angles and abstract shapes and volumes. Of course, I'm not doing a specific bark when I paint this. I'm still being creative, I'm adding my own colors, because obviously this bird is not purple. But the more you have the drawing skills, the easier it is to apply the colors and so on and so forth. Sure, after the drawing stage comes the understanding of volume and functionality, you know, basically anatomy. So I understand that this shape here, like the beak, and then it goes in, then it comes out, then it goes in. If you try to think about it, extremely abstract. I really hope you guys saw this, but I promise you that I will try one day to, let's say that I'm gonna draw a skull or something simplified from life, so I can explain to you guys how I see all of this stuff. You know, trolls, I was actually thinking about doing that. Like, I really want to paint Misha, let's say quite realistic, and then around her toys floating, and then a childish drawing of a cat, and so on. I think that can be definitely fun to do. So did I make any sense on how I see angle shapes? Because this is something we also teach, well, this is something that is taught at the academy that I worked at. I was also always like explaining this to my students, and it kind of clicked to them. I'll have my fun. Okay, let's take away that weird drawing. No, I really want to do it, trolls. I was thinking yesterday, I was watching this talk about Akira, the anime, and there were some scenes in that show that I'm like, wow, I should really go crazy with my art. I was just getting so many ideas. Jesus Christ, that artist is so bloody talented. Okay, I made the big beak a bit too small, so I'm gonna try to fix that. And I also started liking painting more like this, like dabbing, I like to see a little bit of texture, and I've noticed this in Jacques-Louis David, the one that painted what's his name, Napoleon on the horse. So, oh, William, the guy named William Uriamu, he's at Sara right now. He's also a teacher. Oh my god, he's gonna judge everything. Please don't judge me hard. I'm trying my best. There you go. You're stealing my secrets. It's not like you don't know them. I gave you enough. Yeah, I have to say, William, I'm really happy I'm painting as well. How's your big painting coming along? I'm very impressed. When I was your age, I wasn't doing anything crazy like that. Misha, you're so cute, rolling on my table. Yeah, I mean, it takes time. I think a painting looks nice after 70% completage, or how you pronounce it. So when you bring your painting up to like a 70%, 75%, it starts to look way better. I realized that yesterday when I was painting on the bird and fixing her and getting into this bird over here, it felt so much better overall painting. So yeah, at the beginning when you get to like 40% as well, you just want to like rip the canvas apart and throw it out the window like Sargent was sometimes. Yeah. Are you gonna come to Stockholm? There's a Sargent exhibition up here. Maybe you can do that. I know Sean will love to if you visit. Trolls, yes. I have like my digital work, and then which is my commissions, and then I have my personal project, which is my paintings. And hey, Alvis Leal. William, if you come here, let me know, because me and Hendrik, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna make New Year's and Christmas here. And Truls, if you are me, you will understand that that's very hard to do, switching between paintings. I'm the worst when it comes to switching from one painting to another. I have hard times getting back into it if I do that. This is harder than I thought. What am I doing here? That's a mistake. Ah, okay, now I see. This is too thick. Okay, I need to fix that. I know it's just a thought, but trust me, I don't function that way. I get too into something and I get so stubborn that I won't give up until I fix it. I take a break, but sometimes that's not enough. So working on another project might be healthier. It's just that I'm very bad at letting go. Initially I wanted to make this bird with its mouth closed, so right now I'm changing it. I had a certain drawing, it was way simpler if I made it with the mouth closed, but I think having the mouth open gives it a certain dynamic, which I prefer more than if it was closed. I think it's gonna look way better. Not this song again. God, I hate this song. How do I take this one away? Where are you? There you are. It's like I don't need a lullaby. The hell? Ugh, whatever. Rockin' my baby on the treetop. Trolls, I know. Trust me. I understand very well. Alizarim, I'm using a non-copyrighted music from this site. I will just send you a link. You will see it before you even hear me saying all of this, which is weird, but I know. Tunk. It's because my video has a certain lag, so it's not reaching you guys. I think it's a 10 seconds delay before you guys hear what I'm saying. I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to paint this bird. It's not an easy one with the mouth open, but I'm not gonna give up. Right now I'm just trying to figure out the drawing. It's also starting to mix with the blue underneath. So I will need to change my brush soon, because this is more like a... The brush I'm using is more like a detail, softening edges kind of brush. But I use it for drawing as well, which works really well. Okay. This point needs to drop down. This angle here is not correct. Just 1 second, I'm not looking at the chat. Just 1 second, I'm just trying to solve this drawing issue here. See you, trolls. See you later, man. Thank you for dropping by. I like 10 minutes, okay. By the way, the image is also skewed, so if you guys see it a bit too short, it's because my camera is skewed. I might actually put the camera behind me. I'm gonna try it out next time when I stream. So it's just drawing right now. If it looks weird, it's for a reason. One stroke, it's like everything just changes. That's what I mean with completing a work. So when you get stuck to a stage, just understand that it's at a certain percentage. It needs time to render. And you're talking to a very impatient person. No, I'm impatient. I'm very, very impatient. Trust me. I feel like I can actually do this one longer. What am I doing wrong here? So now I'm looking for the culprit that's making my drawing look bad. Chinese red. That's the one I think that Odd Nedrum is using. So it's this one. I don't know. Send it. God damn it. Ugh. I need to have like a little slave here that can help me when I have to do this kind of stuff. There you go. So this is the one I'm using. Rouge Vermilion de Chine, Chinese Vermilion it's called. So this is non-toxic, this is the one I'm using. I'm very happy with it, actually. And I think I got it first time from James. It's brilliant color. So the what colors I have right now on my palette, it's quite simple. It's just titanium white, Chinese vermilion, non-toxic yellow, forgot the name of it, permanent alizarim crimson, and ultramarine blue. These are the colors that I'm actually using right now. And this is gonna be scary, but this is getting a little bit too wet, so I need to scrape off some paint from here so it doesn't mix too much. I actually want to make the beak longer. I know what I did wrong. It's basically this line over here. This one. This point here, it's too close to the eye. So the way my references is showing me, I need to take it somewhere over there, which means that I made... It looks almost like that little dinosaur, the predator. the cute little tiny dinosaur that just likes flesh a lot. Because initially when I started this painting, I had something else in mind with this guy over here. So let's see. So I'm trying to figure out, for example, the distance from here to here is way too small. This angle over here should actually be more here, which makes this shape longer, which will also make the beak longer. So one way to find out, I need to put down, even though this line might be wrong, I need mistakes down on my canvas to be able to work with. Because if you don't have mistakes, you have nothing to fix. So if you make a mistake, don't be afraid of it. It's there for a reason. It's guiding you. It's teaching you. You should be happy when you learn more from unsuccessful painting, because that's the true teacher, not the successful painting. If you catch my drift, how is it? Okay, let's see. So basically everything I've done so far was wrong. So now, it was wrong. I might have gotten it in one go, but I'm also a bit distracted with the live stream. I was hoping that the drawing was there so I didn't have to do all of this, but I guess it's good for you guys to see a little bit of a struggle and just get an idea on how to fix it. It's a tricky one, actually, this one. How many people draws eagles with their mouth open? I sound so cocky right now saying that. I'm not saying that I'm the only one, I'm just saying that it's easier to just draw them with their mouth closed. Okay. Okay, this is going good so far. Okay. Making the beak longer. I'm actually gonna fix the camera for you guys. I don't mind you guys seeing this one less distorted. I think it's gonna be more beneficial. I'm just gonna force the beak even more out. I'm using more than one reference, so because I want it profiled, and I think that's the danger about using references. So I wanted this part to be more profiled, but the reference I'm using with the mouth open, it's more on the side. I'm not sure how to go with this. I might try to invent, but if it's becoming too hard, I might just stick with the reference. But I do need to make the head longer. That was my bad. Oh no, she made a mistake. I thought she was good at everything. I'm gonna stop watching her live stream because she sucks. No. I hope you guys don't think about me like that. Wow, this ain't easy, yo. Okay, I'm gonna take out a bigger brush because this brush is keeping me a little bit from actually doing something properly. so I'm gonna use my crystal brushes. I find one that I like. This one. This one. And this one. Oh, this is too big. Nope. Oh well. Now, let's see. Okay, Theo, focus on the drawing. Stop being an idiot. You will have time for details. Big masses. For now, big masses. Think in big masses. So even I have to stop and get away from details. It's fun painting details. I think it's really, really fun. Okay, I just wanted to add that dark tone over there. You can see that I've used too much medium, but it's fine. The thing with Bristol brushes, what I like about synthetic is that they put the paint flatter on the canvas. Bristol brushes tends to give this nice texture to your canvas, but it comes with a cost depending on what medium you're using. So right now, because I have too much medium, it's not really applying very well to it. So right now I'm not trying to make this painting pretty, I'm trying to figure out the drawing. And I'm using this brush because it forces me to not stick with the details, which is good. So this is where I have to think about, God, I know this is gonna be a bad idea inventing, but oh well. Okay, this is a struggle, guys. It's on. It's on. Right. So I have the head here. So the head is over here. Cool. Oops. So right now the beak is open and the head is looking down. Feels like I'm painting over my mistakes, but I have something in my mind and I tend to do that just to get a sense of the shape. It's like a false painting. Okay, so that detail from profile is here. Okay, there you go. And the beak ends up thinner like this. Okay. so it fits in profile. This needs to be here. But you see what I made with the brushes? This one sticks more because it flattens the color. You guys want to see the reference I'm working with? I think I have it on the computer. I can put it on so you guys can get an idea of what the hell I'm trying to do. I know that artists tend to be very ashamed of them using references. But if you guys want, just let me know in the chat. Hey Daniel Kane. Okay. I'm gonna add for you guys because I'm a nice person and I don't feel awkward at all about it. Browse. Oh god, I love this type of music. Okay, there you go. So this is my reference. So you can see I have like the upper left corner. The bird is more in profile, but I wanted it in more like a semi-profile. So now another thing I'm gonna try to do is fix the camera for you guys so you don't get it distorted. So bear with me, whoever is there. Okay? Just bear with me. Ow, my legs. God damn it, this is so painful. Oh, Jesus, my legs. Alright. Hoop. Thank God I got a good easel thing. Okay. I hope my camera's not gonna fall down, because if that happens, I will be very, very sad. And I'll blame you all for this. Come on, just drop down. There you go. Just close. There. Ugh. Why do I pick the wrong one all the time? Ugh. Ce idiotă pot să fiu. Că mi-aș picioarele în ea de treabă. Haide mă, așa. Okay, I'm gonna make sure everything is sturdy because my camera was expensive. Good, so if I'm sitting over here, my head is gonna be over there. Okay, let's hope my friend Kirsty was right about this. Okay, there. There's the bird! Holy fucking moly! My lord! There's the birdie. So, right now it's not that much skewed. I hope. Okay. Hope to God my head is not gonna be in the way. Yeah, it's also sharpening better on the bird. There you go. So, So what we are trying to do here, guys, you can critique me, you can give me advices, I will accept everything. I might look for another reference with a bird and open mouth and stuff like that, but it's good to challenge myself a little bit by having a different references and trying to figure out the functionality within this animal. So right now I'm trying to elongate it because I'm going more for the one on the right side. Those two birds over there, I really like the way the feathers just comes forward. So I'm not sure how, but I think it can be fun for you guys to see the references. Okay, let's hope my head is not gonna be in the way. Oh, it was a little bit. If I go up here, there, oh yeah, cool, it's not bad. Oh, let's go back. Music, music. So what do you guys think about it so far? It's kind of working. There's still some things that I am not sure about. Oh great, my camera just... Seriously, couldn't you lose that battery while I was up? I need help. I need someone that can be here with me and help me with this. Okay, let's change the battery. Then I can actually focus and see what I'm gonna do with bird. It's not giving me an easy time right now. Okay, got the image again. Misha, don't push my mouse down. Stop being a scam. Yeah, charging. Work, please. I don't want anything to disrupt me anymore. You're gonna work, bird. You're gonna work really well because I want you to work. Misha. No. Misha is my cat, just so you guys know. She's kind of adorable. She's looking at the screen, and I'm seeing, she's seeing basically what you guys are seeing, so she's looking for the brush. Oh, there's the brush again. Oh my god, it's moving. Cutie pie. The painting right now looks really, really muddy. way. I maybe not the way. Maybe. I don't know. It's like when I was painting the portrait, if you guys remember. Oh, this is it. I think I'm done with the portrait. Not. It's never done. It's just lies. The painting lies to you. Okay, so... I can't reach my bucket. Axel, can you just teleport yourself in swing? This is annoying. So I can have some little help here. There you go. Yeah, I think this is coming along. I'm not sure how the hell I'm solving this. I mean, you guys can see what references I'm using. Because you know, sometimes you ask like, how did you manage to do this? And the answer is like, I don't know. That's one reason I think I want to show you guys the process. So I don't have to answer all those questions that are really impossible to answer. Because I think art is a visual language, so you need to approach it very differently. Brush a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to go with pure blue for the sky. feels like this lens I have. I feel like gravity just grabs onto it and then it loses focus. Nothing stands still, you know? We're moving on a big pile of moving rocks. Have you guys noticed when you look at your things on the wall, they're a little bit tilted? Because of science. I need to go blue. Figure out the tongue. Not sure how to separate this part here. I'm a little bit confused with that part. We'll see how this will go. I remember I painted a bird before that kind of had this look. So I'm trying to remember that. And right now everything is so wet, it's gonna be a bit hard to work with this. It's what it is. Somehow it feels like that beak needs to get longer. Let's see. Need to take my drawing brush again. I want to add some paint while I draw, figure out a little bit the structure of the face. Bring it to a 60% done, so I can get a visual of it. Take care, dude. Ciao, ciao. I think it's gonna look way nicer when I add dark tone here on the beak. Still a little bit skewed for you guys. Oh yeah, I think maybe if my head is here. No, if I take the camera too low. Let's see. I can't take the camera a bit low. Just 1 second. Not failing. Yay. Let's use a bit more blue. Don't make it too purple. Yeah, I really want to be able to paint like Soroya. I wish. No, that guy was a freaking genius. Unfortunately, I'm not a genius. Do you guys know Jacques-Willy Soroya? Jacques-Willy Soroya, I think you pronounce it like that. If you don't know him, you should definitely check this guy out. Well, he's very dead, but not in my heart. Still lives within my heart. You said that you know him, Daniel. Because if you want, I can share some of his art. I wonder if someone wrote on Twitch. Whew, nobody. Yeah, I really love the way he paints, and I've always, when I was a student, I looked a lot at his paintings, and that's, I think, when I paint with this type of colors, I really like it. It really feels like it's me. That's one reason my painting looks very different than my usual dark stuff. I really like it. Like when I went to Nick Alm He's more towards the, let's say, normal, realistic colors kind of artist. But I've always liked color in general, so I wanted that in my paintings. I remember when I was experimenting with it, a student friend of mine told me that it's the worst painting I've ever done. That's a way of motivating people. We'll see how I'm gonna draw that shape. Yeah, there you go. It keeps losing. The camera is really annoying. Can you stand like that, please? Yeah, I'm gonna try it out and paint with these colors. I want to stick with one palette so people can recognize my paintings. Because I really am going back and forth a little bit too much with my palette. I need to stick with something. I zoomed in quite a lot on the bird. Let's sharpen the image. It does feel like I'm going back and forth with this right now, but sometimes it is like that with paintings. Still trying to figure out how the hell the peak works. So far, so good. And there you go, my camera did it again. It keeps blurring out. Okay, now I know that this is not a very good one, this lens. I think the next layer on this bird is gonna feel way better. Because right now everything is so wet. Feels like I'm just consuming paints right now. Feels like nothing is really happening. See you, William. Have a good one. Okay, I'm gonna change the lens. I don't like this lens at all. It's really bad. Just 1 second, guys. I'm deeply sorry if I'm not painting hard enough, but I also want you guys to get a clear image of this. Okay, I'm gonna switch off the camera. There you go. Let's take this shitty thing off. I hope this lens will be a bit better, hopefully. Okay, let's put this one on. Oops. Okay, what did I do? Okay, switching on the lens. Boop. Okay, there you go. Okay, it's on auto zoom as well. Just 1 second. Where is it? There it is. Stabilizer on. Ow. Now I need some light. Yeah, this is how it is, guys. If I want to give you guys a live stream, I need to do all of this. There you go. Now let's raise up this. So that's one reason I also use that one. I could keep the ISO quite low. But now I need to do this. Now I can really zoom in. Proper zoom, not program zoom. So sorry that this didn't go as planned, guys. Deeply sorry. I'm really trying. Yeah, look at that. Oh, such a difference. My lord. It's huge. Eh. Light. There you go. Thank you. Okay, guys. Yeah. This is quality. Can't believe I wasted your time with that shitty quality. I'm so sorry. Now I really need to make sure that if I get a lens, it has to be a good lens. They're like so expensive. I was looking at one lens. What was the price? With shipment included, it could go up to $800. Good luck buying that shit. I swear it's expensive. Now I can not stress about you guys. But it's close to how it is on my palette actually. The colors are way better, way crisper. So I'm trying to figure out this shape here. All of it, pretty much. So let's see. It's not easy. I'm pretty much painting for imagination, but I think I will look for a better reference. I will live stream as much as possible and then eat and just focus more on the painting. So the tongue will be in shadow. So right now I'm gonna try to play a little bit with shadow shapes to build up some forms. So it would actually look better somehow. You guys can help me by finding better references of this bird, so I don't have to do it. I think when it opens its mouth, it's not gonna be there. Let's see. Where is your beak? How does it work, my man? What are the references I have of this bird on my tablet? I need to figure out the beak. Something is off and I can't really get an idea of what is wrong with the bird. Nothing good on my tablet. Most of them are frontal or side view face. Not really helping me. I have to look online a bit. Let's look at the beak. That's what I want to see. My God, nothing with open mouth. Love it. Why do I always have to complicate myself? Seriously now. I always end up doing everything goddamn impossible. I'm looking at some eagles with mouth really wide open. I might have found one that can work for me. It's very different. I will also update this one for you guys just so you can see what I'm after. There you go. So that's the one over there. I've added it on the stream. So it's very different than what I have, but it's quite similar. I just wanted to see how the beak opens. And all of the cutout part. I mean, right now I feel like it's too flat. I mean, okay, it's profile, but it doesn't need to cut its forms. Let's see, what did people say? You can't really see the width of the beak and how it tapers to a point. I don't know what tapers means. Like sticks, I guess. It needs to feel wider at the face. Yeah, that's the thing that I saw now with these references as well. So, I mean, right now it's like when you look at the opening of the mouth, like very close to whatever, the eye, it's like, that's just sky color, so that doesn't work. That's one reason I like this reference I found. So, I think I should look more, but this will do. This will do. I might have found another one. Just gonna stick with this ones. It's hard, but hey, I'm just glad that I am showing you guys that it's not all, oh my god, it's so much fun, I'm just banting. It's also a lot of stressful work behind it. Alright. Got myself the references. Let's do this somehow. Please work. Work. Okay. Yeah, everything is so wet I have to use only the pointy brush. Needs to feel wider in the face. Let's see if I can get that. It will work, I'm sure of it. Maybe if you have a little bit of inside of its mouth where the beak opens. Right now all I have is, yeah. No, this is not studies. This is a big painting, James Heller. Sorry. So, yeah, it's only sky color, but I have another reference that kind of shows a little bit this shape here. And you said, what you said was correct, it needs more head. Somehow, this whole part is really squished. And if you look at the references, of course right now it has its mouth open, which makes this side quite big, but somehow I feel like the lower part of the beak doesn't work properly. So I'm gonna do something that might scare you guys because it's not working and it's just too freaking wet. Boom! Oh no! What's she doing? Don't! Yeah, I have to. Sometimes I have to kill my darlings. I want this painting to look good. So let's do it. Let's make this work. Okay. Also, I think I'm gonna erase this part. Let's see. This might actually not work. So, bear with me. Watch me destroy my painting. It's looking weirdly enough much better just because I took that away. So I think it's something with this part that's not clicking yet. So I have this, and then I need to draw this part here. So I need to push it a little bit low. And then I have to construct the beak, and then I have this here. If this was pencil, oh, it would have been so much easier to fix. Well, if this was digital, holy moly, this would be so much easier to fix. Let's see. I'm a bit curious if this is gonna be any good. I tried to see the scale of these birds, but right now I'm like, it's just fantasy. James Heller, what made me decide to do this? When I was very low, the people that helped me were, you know, people. If I was alone, I would hate being. So I felt very motivated because of knowing that someone is out there enjoying the process I am also enjoying. So I was like, I think it can be fun to do a live stream, because I also want to be able to develop this this power to paint live, because I want to go to like festivals and just paint. So I felt that this can be really, really good for me. I think I might have to erase all the face. I'm not happy, and I feel like I'm just going in circles with this. This is really hard. Never thought that this would be hard to do. Let's see. Why don't you want to work? Talk to me. Is the beak wrong? It's open beak. This needs to be more high up. Okay, fine. Let's just sketch it in and see how it looks. Happy mistakes. It's a happy, happy little mistake. Oh, and also I wanted to be Bob Ross. No, I'm just joking. Nobody can be Bob Ross. Okay, so I move this one out. Cool. Okay, so I do this. Once I do that, this needs to turn more. Because in general, this bird doesn't have that big of a beak. Because if I look at the beak, this shape in relationship to the hole, it doesn't need to be big. So let's see. One reason this is also going very bad is because I had a design in mind. Closed mouth, which would have been easier to achieve. But I felt like I wanted to give this a little bit more of a unique touch to it. So I was like, what will make this harder? Oh yeah, draw it with the beak open. So now it's a very, not stressful, but I'm a little bit annoyed because the oil is very wet, and I think I said that a quadrillion times. So it's making it very hard for me to paint. If this was digital, it would have been easier to fix. And also the beak I had before, it was too rounded. The reference I had, they were all with their mouth closed, which make them more flat. I mean, these creatures, they have really strong beaks. I mean, they rip flesh with it. So I had to like find some rougher edges. And somehow feels like this is going somewhere. I don't know. so good. Misha, you're going into the little box? Sorry if you guys hear something, it's my cat going around. Being all cute and shit. And of course, right now I have a very annoying line, but that will disappear, so don't worry about it. I got this. And I need to change my little thing here. It's getting too messy. See? So I like to clean up my brush on this. Look, I finished the painting. I'm gonna sell this for $20 million. Who wants to buy it? No, just joking. I just like to clean up my brush on this. So. Alright, back to the mouth. Yeah, and also the lower beak is not that thick, so I overdid it. Oh, oh, please, 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 let me nail this. You can do it too. You've had way worse than this. It's called life. Okay, let's add some color in there. So far it feels good. The person that said that the septic topics, what do you think now about the head? Think it's better? And I know usually this part here goes a little bit out, so that's gonna brighten up in value. It's also in the references that I have. It has a brighter tone here. Misha, you use the potty. We went out. No. I know you just want to play, but I can't do this now. Mama's working. So this is too low. Okay, that was a bad move. I raised too fast before I changed the upper part, so now it's gonna look weird. Oh, this is really hard. Misha, seriously now. Okay, beak is open. The beak is open. I guess if I give it now. Seriously now. You can use the pot if you need to poo-poo. I'm not gonna take you out just because of that. Yeah, you guys are gonna... I'm gonna mute myself a little bit because my cat is just gonna do her business. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. So I think I'm gonna repaint it again. Because there is something that I'm not getting here. I don't think it's enough to just work on one part like that. Well, it is, but there's something that I feel like I'm not getting when it comes to the beak. So even though I might work here on this side, it's the shape of the beak that's just awfully off. Just 1 second, guys, I need to check on my cat. So I actually prepared this specially for you guys. So I'll be right back. Just 1 second. Ugh, I'm back. I don't know whoever is there, but I'm so sorry for being away. Apparently, my cat has the worst stomach ever. Like, ever. I gave her a little bit of egg, so now her stomach is bad again. And the thing is that she loves egg. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I had to clean her up because she's one of those fluffy cats. And I live in a very small apartment, so I can't really ask her to go out and clean herself. Alright, now time to paint. Even if I'm not gonna be able to finish this on live stream, I think I know what I need to do with this to make it look nice. Spend more time on the drawing. That's basically it. I think I kind of rushed it. Didn't thought it through too much. So I paid the price. Paid for it pretty dearly. I think it would have been easier to just follow the reference, but oh well. Hello? Sorry, I'm extremely busy right now, so I'm so sorry. I can't really ask questions. Sorry. Yeah, bye. Answer questions. Jesus. Okay, guys, when you paint, make sure everybody's just leaving you alone. First my cat, then telephone. What's next? The end of the world. Okay, so I got this shape a little bit. I think this is coming along. Yeah, Axe. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I had to take care of my cat. That's one reason I put the 10 minutes break on. I was hoping that I will never use that, but I had to use it. Not on myself, but for my cat. I find that hilarious. I think that cat is more spoiled than I actually spoil myself. Ugh. What it is. Okay, this shape will have to move up a little bit, so that's coming along. Oh my god, this was so hard. I know he's been drawing. No, Misha. I'm sorry, I think I will not give you egg ever again. Because you are extremely horrible right now. I can't even work because of you. Oh, Jesus. No. No. Well, at least I'm getting the shape in there. You know, Daniel, everybody's struggling with drawing. Trust me, no matter the level, of course it kind of gets somewhat easier. But even Nick, I think I was outside, he was painting my friend from California, nude in the water. Even he struggled with that painting because the light wasn't working. No, Misha, please, can I just paint? No, seriously, no. I feel bad for letting her meow. She will understand. I really admire people that have kids and are also artists. No, Misha, use the pot, it's clean. No. Hell no. Use the potty. She actually understands. the word potty. So if I'm saying it, it's not because I want to be disgusting, it's because she understands it. It's just that she wants to go outside. Because it's more convenient for her to do it outside than home. No, Misha. No. 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 Yeah, but that guy, I mean, he has 5 kids with different women, and the women weren't really doing much work. They were just handling either his marketing, as I understood, and just raising the kids. I mean, that guy is so filthy rich. Why would their wives have to work? Only if he's a psychomaniac and just wants them to work for the sake of working, then that's another thing. No, Misha. No. I mean, I think you guys can hear my cat. No, Misha. I sound like Cartman from South Park. No kitty, no, no kitty, no, no kitty. No, Misha. I'd rather have the goats. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna have kids. I have the pressure because I'm gonna be 29 soon. Most of my friends, they have kids at this age. I'm like, hey, I'm an artist. I don't have time for bullshit kids and shit. Misha, no. I mean, I have a bloody cat and it takes so much of my time. I mean, I didn't want the pet. As like, one reason I don't have kids is because I know if I get kids, it's like, that's it. Pretty much I have to take care of them mostly in the first 14 years of their lives. I need to always be there for them, kinda, I don't know. I'm not a mom, so. But this little shit that's meowing so much, I found her on the streets. So it's not like, I'm gonna go buy a cat. Why the hell do I have a cat? I wanna get rid of her. No, I'm just stuck with her. If I didn't pick her up, I think she would have been dead. So, I'm a saint on earth. Misha, I promise if this bird looks good, I'll take you out, okay? But you have to trust Mama. I mean, Mama needs to make money so she can get you the goodies and shit. Yeah, how do you want to eat food if we don't have money? Stop destroying my furniture in revenge. I don't even need a live stream, I just have my cat. James Heller, what do you mean? Where are you from, by the way? Yeah, well, if I ever make a lot of money, to be honest, I'm not gonna hire a babysitter. I wanna raise up my own children, to be honest. Either I make them and take care of them and raise them properly, or I just don't do anything. I despise, I have so many friends, they have kids, they don't raise them. They don't do jack shit for those kids. I lose my mind, I get so angry, and then when they get older, my child has ADHD or whatever. I mean, they're kids that totally has mental issues. But I've met people like parents, they just don't take care care of their kids. And then they go to a doctor and they give the medicine because they have too much energy. And it's a difference between having a lot of energy and actually having depression. But, oh well. Dudes, I actually kinda managed with this shit. Wow. I actually managed. Jesus Christ, I actually freaking managed. Misha, seriously now, what the hell? I understand, meow meow, meow meow, but I will have to go soon, I think. Because I have to take my cat out. Ah, poor me. Poor me, I'm so lonely, nobody wants to play with me. Meow. Meow. Yeah, I mean, the shitty parents equals bad people. Toxic environment equals toxic people. Only if you're lucky enough and you get out of it. But the majority of people, they just become assholes. And I've met so many of them. Oh my god. So many shitty people out there. Like me right now, I'm not taking out my cat. Because she just is spoiled. She's not feeling good. Her belly is bad, so she's a bit confused. Seriously, Misha, come here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Misha, for real, sweetie. I know you have the shits, but I can't just go outside and wait on you to actually poop. You can always use the potty. I can't believe I'm talking about shit on my stream. No, Misha. No. 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 God, so annoying. Yeah, I mean, there's some kids that really knows, I don't know, but there's some kids that actually manages to get out of it, out of the toxic environment that their parents create, which is good. No, Misha, I need to work. This is unacceptable. I really can't do this right now with you. No, Misha. Okay, I'm gonna make the eye smaller because I want this bird to be more in the back. It's not hard to fix the eye, so just gonna... Yeah, my cat is doing some revenge right now. Oh my god, what the hell is she doing? Guys, this is actually working. I'm actually not a failure. That's so dramatic. Wow, I think it will be fun for me to watch the video to see how the painting looks like. I mean, how things has changed. I mean, I've erased the painting. How many times? Was it 2 times that I have erased the painting to repaint it again? me. Oh my god, I managed. I did find a very nice reference that I'm working from. God damn it, I wish I was like Kim Jun-ji. I'm just gonna draw this figure from imagination because I drew so much that I understand everything. God damn it, what? Guys, Kim Jun-ji actually has kids. So it's not that impossible. But maybe that's one reason feminism exists. You know, men should also take care of the kids. But no offense, you guys kind of suck. Some of you. Maybe I didn't have the best role model father, but anyways. Most of men I've seen in Romania, the majority of them, they're pretty bad dads. But in Sweden I've seen a bunch of great daddies. Like, I was a bit amazed. I don't know. I'm not a feminist, but I think a woman should raise the children. We are better with people. Poor little baby, I just gave her some egg. She loves egg. Ugh. I knew I should not give her given her egg. But just when you see those cute little eyes. Oh, I can't believe I can't give her egg anymore. This is tearing me apart. You're tearing me apart, Misha. Dudes, we've managed with a painting. Oh my lordy lord, please don't make me screw this one up. What do you guys think? Is it better? I think so. I can show you guys the reference I've been using. I think this is way better. See. Vad är du? Is my favorite Norwegian guy on the stream, or did he leave us? There you go. That's the reference I've been using. Just so you guys can see it. I mean, you can see it's not exact like that one. But, you know, I'm not just gonna copy the reference as it is. But I've just learned something new. I need to draw more birdies. I'm so nice for showing you guys the reference. Most artists don't do that. But digital artists, they do. Mostly the ones that works in the concept art department, they usually don't care. They just, you know, I use reference, so what? I've noticed that there's some people that really are uncomfortable when it comes to using references. I'm like, it's nothing wrong with it. As long as you know how to use it and get the end result you want. Yeah, thank you, Axe. It was a challenge, to be honest, this one. It was not easy at all. Even though my camera might not be the best in showing you guys the colors. I actually have been playing quite a lot with my camera to get to know it better, so right now it is on manual. Somehow my program didn't switched off. I don't know what happened. render more. Misha, sweetie, are you okay? Poor baby. I might have to stop soon. I need to be a cat mom. Support my baby. My little baby. Oh, but we have so many stray cats in Romania. I think too much. And when I found her, she was so skinny. She was dehydrated. Since she was little, she had a bad stomach. So, if you ever get a pet and you don't want it to have goddamn babies, freaking castrate your pets. Let's see. Is it your European thing to not like reference material? Daniel, I think it's more of an ego thing. Because when I was younger, at the point I remember when I was... I think I was 18 or 19 and I posted this image on the internet and I lied saying that, oh, I painted this from scratch in Photoshop, which I didn't. I just took a screenshot and painted over it. So when you're young, some of us, I was one of them, really didn't know how to be honest. So that's one reason I think it's because it's pride. Oh look, I've done this in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh look, I'm 19 and so young, look how talented. Like when I see people writing sometimes in the chat, and depends, sometimes I'm really impressed. But it's like, you know, you don't need to tell your age. If you understand what I mean. Because a lot of young people I've noticed, they always like to go like, oh, 19, artist living the dreams. Like, oh my god, if you only knew what life is about. So I told one thing to myself. I want people to know me as an honest person. I don't relate to who I was back in my old days. I was pretty much of an awful person. But I told myself that I will try. I will... How did Peterson said it? He said it very well, like, don't lie, or at least, I don't remember, but I just try to be... No, I want to be a way better person. Like right now, I just said something that I don't think I would easily say it when I was 24, that I lied and I felt horrible about it. So, whatever. Being honest makes you grow. I wish more people realize that, because I've become so... after my depression, during my depression I started reading a lot about psychology and stuff like that. And one thing that I like that Peterson said, everybody lies. We all lie. But of course it depends on how you lie. You can have a white lie, trying to be, you know, nice. Yeah, you look great in that dress. Jesus fucking Christ, you look like a damn idiot in that dress. But I usually kind of say it upright. I don't want to be a liar. When it comes to even people's behaviors, I just tell them like, dude, I don't freaking like how you're acting. So I guess when it comes back to the reference, again, I think it's a pride thing, because when I read sometimes that people says no reference, I'm like, you're lying. All of this thing that you're drawing right now is based off reference. Okay, fine, you're using for imagination, okay. But right now, there's some parts here that you've clearly used reference. Sure, I mean, when Kim Jong-ji says no reference, but that guy is an angel. I mean, as I understood, people asked him, how can you draw so amazing from imagination? And he said, I drew a lot from reference. And sometimes I still look at reference when I don't know how some things looks like. What a sweetheart Kim Jong-ji is. He even admits that he got most of his references from porn. God bless him. So yeah, you guys want to know more about me? You want to know what demons I fight every day? I mean, we're all angels, right? We haven't done anything wrong. Well, I know I haven't killed anyone, thank God. I have a very vivid dream, and I dreamt 2 times that I made a crime, tried to hide it. And in my dream, I felt so guilty that I went to the police and gave myself in. It was a very hard dream, I can tell you that. Yeah, it's completely fine if that works for you. But for example, I would go like Daniel. Okay, you want to be an illustrator, you need to draw more, do studies. Because when you draw from imagination, you can't just copy the reference. You need to be creative. You need to draw design and armor. And when I met Ian McCaig, he told me, like, you want to be a designer? Well, study culture, you know, draw from African culture, from I don't know, Roman culture, cowboy culture. Build up the library, because the thing is that you always use references. It's basically freaking life. That's the reference. Okay, you haven't used any image to build the image you're using. Sure, okay, you haven't used reference for that. But some people, god damn it, they always talk about it. And it happened to me once. We had this teacher, whatever, at my school. Amazing guy, really talented. And he was saying like, oh, I don't use references and la 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 la. And then I kind of got a little bit angry. And then I asked him like, seriously, how did you start it? Did you just drew like a god from the start from imagination? I was like, oh, no, I use magazines and stuff like that. And when he started talking about magazines and stuff like that, then he pointed out that there were some people that really admires his work that said, you know, we can send you pictures of us so you can use us as reference. Boom. So you still, I mean, kill that pride. Because that pride is nice to have it. I'm not saying don't be proud of yourself. I mean, I'm proud of myself. I grew up, became a better freaking person. But seriously now, sometimes your attitude is forced upon others. Be kind. Say, okay, I don't use reference, but at your stage, I suggest you use references. And maybe in 2 years, you will have such an amazing library that you don't even need the internet to gather references. You will just use the references in your mind. So, no, I mean, for example, I have a reference right now, but I'm not copying it point by point. How do you plein air? I don't do much plein air. I'm very bad at it, actually. Well, I haven't practiced it much, but it doesn't click for me when I do plein air. I think I'm pretty bad at it in comparison to other people that are so amazing. And for example, I really love Richard Schmidt, and I think you know Richard Schmidt. I just love the way he paints landscapes. I think he's incredible. The way he just gives so much power in his paintings. I do have some of his videos and I watched him so many times, but he has created a certain process that permits him to paint the way he does. And I've seen a little bit too many copies of his style in too many people, and you can really see that there's a huge difference between what he can do and what those other people that are wishing to paint like him do. I'm sorry if I sound very critic and really assholeish, but it's reality, I guess. It's like that episode of it's like that movie, The Room. Oh hi Mark, how's your sex life, Mark? Whoa! How direct can you be? God, I love that movie. I did not hit the, I did not. Oh hi Mark. I mean, for example, Daniel, I think your environments are so much better than what I've done. I can't even compare to how sensitive your landscapes are in comparison to what I try to do. I just don't have any patience. Like, I know that I will have to paint clouds and stuff, but if it was for me, I would just paint portraits and animals in like very flat background, more of a graphical look. I think your paintings are really beautiful. Really liked what I saw last time on your Instagram. I'm also gonna meet up Nick on the 1st of December. He has an exhibition, and I'm gonna ask him about the workshop he's having. I can't say I hope I can come, but I doubt it. I'm not rich, so I don't think I will be able to afford it. And this year I do have a plan, and the plan is to work as hard as possible and see what this will bring me. Might not bring me anything, it doesn't matter. Even if I work really hard, doesn't mean that success might happen. Okay. I might have to stop soon. I need to check on my kitty. I don't think she's okay. And I don't want to be a bad mom. I'm talking about bad parents. Jeez. Bateleur, she's just a cat. No, she's Misha. She's not just a cat. She's my baby. And I love her to death. Daniel, I remember asking you, you don't have kids, right? James Heller, I think... Wow. I have a painting that I spent months on that I've never finished. I have a painting that I finished in 2 days. This painting over here, I will show you. I think I'm gonna stop right now. I'm just gonna soften a little bit the head, and I'm gonna show you the whole painting. So, Daniel Kane, okay, you don't have kids. God bless, man. God bless. Let me see. I just wanna make sure that this doesn't dry out too hard. Oh yeah, when it comes to oils, this is something that I remember telling the advanced students a lot. It's, let's say that you want to stop painting on something. If the specific edge of that line in your still life or whatever you're working on is a soft edge, you clearly see it even when you squint, soften it. Because when it's dry, it's easier to sharpen things than to soften things. Because when you have to using oils, you have to re-add paint to soften it. I hope you guys understand what I mean. So right now I want all of this to be softer. I also, even though this is gonna go into the background, I want this to bring it more to a soft. I want here underneath be a little bit more soft. So when I'm gonna repaint the sky, I know that I'm gonna still have some parts where it's gonna be sharp, but right now in this stage I want all of this to be softer. That's the thing with the... No worry, Daniel. But even with trees, I know that when I was trying to paint landscapes, I think the hardest thing for me was to separate the greens from the blues. If you know, if you had like a blue landscape, that was always so goddamn hard for me. I don't even have landscapes to show you. That's how many I've done. I think you should teach me how to do landscapes. It's embarrassing. I have no idea how to paint landscapes. Yet I have a stream about painting. So right now I'm softening some areas, like where I think that I will want to have. Go. So, there you go. Guys, I'm so excited for this video to be uploaded on the internet so I can see how much I fucked up with it. Well, the thing is with portraits, damn, this is hard, how to explain this. Bargs are the best. Let's say when you paint a landscape, it's more about let's say an atmosphere and a romantic, sensitive subject to your landscape. But when it comes to portraits, if one line is off, it's not gonna look like that person. Same, I mean, in a way, let's think about portraits when you want to paint a mountain. And you want to paint a specific mountain. You need to understand proportions. How big is that side of the mountain in comparison to the hill? You can think about it in this way with portraits. You know, how does the tip of the mountain line up with that specific tree over there? Is it more onto the left side? Is it more onto the right side? So even when you do landscape, even though you're unconscious of it, subconscious of it, even though you know it, you don't think about it, you kind of see angles and points. And basically what I tell what I told my students is everything is abstract, and once you see angles and points and relate them to each other, you start seeing the big shapes. That's one reason after I'm done with this painting, I want to have a live stream where I explain a little bit about proportions, angles, gesture, yada 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 yada. There's so many, and I always will obsess over it. If you don't know how to draw, don't paint. Not yet. You will just, you know, depends. If you want to make an abstract art, go for it. But if you want to paint what I'm painting, I suggest hold your horses, do a drawing, not with pencil. I usually suggest people charcoal, because charcoal is more painterly, softer. Pencil is rougher. That's one reason when I see people that are too sharp with pencil, I tell them go to charcoal and experiment with charcoal, because it will force you to be a bit softer. Even though I've had some students, there were some students at the school that had this hard time softening things. I will also talk about squinting and the importance of squinting. Richard Schmidt talks about it in a very nice tutorial DVD that I can suggest to you guys. It's called Captain's Portrait. And he explains, when you look at someone, let's say that you want to paint the ear. You squint, and then you see, you know, abstraction, which is the light and the shadow forms. And of course, your brain tells you that's an ear. I should paint the ear. Well, don't paint what you know it is, paint what it is, what you see with your eyes, because that's the reality of it. That's one reason I can't stand 3D movies, because they render everything, and that's not how we see. We don't see that many details, only if you're like a goddamn eagle and you have the eyes of a goddamn superhero or Superman. Sure. So there's many things that I can teach all of you. I said I will not want to teach ever again, but I think I can manage without burning myself. It's fun art. It's really fun. I think my biggest weakness is marketing myself and actually, you know, they always say like you need to live the artist's life to be an artist. I'm like, I just want to live the way I want to fucking live. Is it a bird? No! I hope so. Yeah, Axe. I mean, Daniel, Vegard, Axe. I mean, mostly Axe. I mean, Axe has been with me since the beginning of the beginnings, but I will have to find an appropriate time when it's good for you guys, like 1 week ahead. Hey, you guys, when is it the best time to be on live on the stream? Because it's gonna be a little bit more unique. I will show you the way, because you don't know the way. Like I will set up my camera better, because right now what you're seeing is very, very distorted. It's much flatter on the horizontal line. Horizontal line, or is it diagonal? Nici măcar în română nu știu. I don't even know how to say that in Romanian. So, for example, after I'm done with this painting, Daniel said, okay, I need to learn drawing. So what I'm gonna do is pick up a bark and have it the way the academies have it, and try to draw it and show you guys how to think about it. Of course, it's a huge difference when you have a teacher that comes in and goes like, hey, you know this line over here? Look how much smaller it is in relationship to that. And you're like, oh my lordy lord, how the hell didn't I see that? That's the benefit of going to this type of schools. It's not, because most of the students that go to this type of schools, unfortunately, they expect everything to be like, okay, I'm there, I know how to do this shit. But even when you're done with all of those 3 years, because Sarah is 3 years. Imagine the Ripon Academy was 8 years, and I think the 4 years is like beginning or something like that, and after that the 6 years were the actual years of getting into the academy. It's like preparatory school, I think you call it. I don't know if America has this. In Romania we used to have something called preparatory school before you go to the actual education you wanted. So you can't force art. And I remember I was talking with another friend about this. The old masters, they started very early. Like at the age of 13 or 14, they were underneath the wing of a master. Heck, I started when I was 20. Some people started when they're 40. It's fine. It's really fine. But somehow I feel that because of the way society is constructed, and this is my issue with society, you know, if someone is smarter and they are in the first grade and they really want to become a fucking scientist, don't push them down just because the other kids feel offended. You know, that guy can invent the next way of, you know, erasing cancer from Earth. That was my issue with my school when I was in Romania. I wanted to draw and become better by studying life. They were like, but you know, you're having this subject now, you need to focus on this subject. The thing with schools, and that's one reason I like the academy I studied at, we had to adapt to each individual's level, and that's really hard. That takes a lot of energy from the teacher, but also from the student, because the student is fragile. He's comparing, or he or she or it, whatever you want, is comparing to other students that they started with. You know, when I started school, I thought I was the shit. I was the worst in my class. There were other ones that were so much better than me. And that was like a shocking experience for me, because, you know, I was so sheltered that I didn't know that there are other people that are better than me out there. Surely I'm not the best. I think there's someone 10 times better than me. It's how it is. We have to have this. Otherwise we never grow if we all had the same bloody level. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm talking too much. I have some things to give you guys, and I'm gonna try to make a schedule so we can work on that. Mostly the people, let's see how many we are right now. 5. The 5 people or 4 people that are watching this right now, thank you so much for being with me and dealing with my weirdness, because I'm a weird person. Alright, let's shut up, let's show the work, and then I have to handle my kitty. And yes, I'm gonna use this lens. I'm not gonna use the other lens. I thought that that one will be better, but I'm still going back to this one. Okay. Let me grab onto, oh my god. Can show you guys the palette. I'm gonna put this one on. So here's the palette. So again, we have, am I adding, whoop. Oh my god. Nothing works. Whew. an idiot. I'm sorry, I'm very tired. So Ultramarine Blue, this color, together with Alizarim Crimson, you can see the difference. The other one, the one on the left is the blue and the other one is the red one. So basically when you mix these two, you get really nice darks. But the thing is that, imagine if you would have to use the thing called a limited palette. When you start painting at the academy, you have limited palette, which is, I think it's the Zorn palette, which is the hardest to master, I think. So one reason I like the blue and the red color thing is because the shadows are warmer. It depends. Right now sometimes I wonder if this painting is way too warm, but that's what I like, I'll keep to it. But some people might think that way, it's too warm, Theo, you need to cool it down. But that's a style approach, it's not really a study, it's my style. And then we have yellow and the Chinese vermilion. The yellow and the red are non-toxic. I used to use cadmiums. Hell no, not anymore. I think sometimes that my weirdness comes from that. I haven't chopped off my ear yet. And then we have titanium white. White, very important. And that's about it. That's all the colors I had so far. You can see like the mixtures. I kind of like keeping my palette quite simple. I've been looking a lot at some painters and most of them are so monochrome. Even though it feels like a lot, it's quite simplified. And now the painting. So basically while I was not streaming, I was going very crazy with the face. So I've changed it, and I think I've changed it quite a lot. Oh my god, my camera can't focus. Ugh. Because I really wanted her to be Asian, and I think I managed. And then I worked on the bird, this one. So when I was working on this one, I didn't have this one in yet. You can see that the feathers are very immaturely painted. I'm still trying to figure out how to paint the feathers without over modeling. It's really hard. At the point I got so much anxiety, I just wanted to stop. But I kept on going because sometimes when you get anxiety, it's not about that you're in pain or something like that. It's because your body is trying to tell you that, dude, you're uncomfortable, you need to stop. But your body needs to listen and freaking grow the hell up. So what we did today is this. And if you've been with me since the beginning, you saw me erasing, redoing, and so on and so forth. I found a good reference at the point, which was great. And I'm so sorry at the beginning of the stream. I wish I didn't change the lens. I think I wasted your time quite a lot, and I'm so sorry about that. Expectation of reaching good skills have dropped. Public schools is a whack. Yes, I agree. I like the face more. Daniel, mwah, thank you. Same with me. I actually can assure you that I might not touch that face anymore. I'm so tired of it, but I'm satisfied with it. Okay guys, how long have we been streaming? 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's not that much. I will keep on painting. I think I will leave this bird on the left and go into the feathers. Try to figure it out a little bit more on how to paint that. But seriously, it was a blast. I'm very grateful, even though the majority of people, I actually love the fact that it's so small, because I feel like I'm weirdly enough making friends that I can visit when I go away from Sweden. You will have someone knocking at the door. Hey, don't you know me? I'm that artist that used to stream. I need a home. Can I sleep on your bed? No, I hope that's not gonna happen. Boom. Okay, guys. Let's end this. Oh yeah, someone asked me how long I spend on the painting. Do you see that one over there? Just 1 second. So, I'm not gonna take it out. It's gonna be too much to do. Sorry for my clothes being everywhere. That one, so that's the painting. And that one over there is the drawing. So basically I started this one in 2015. and it was the biggest project I've ever done. It was called the Knights of Sweden. And then I transferred it and started painting it. I just gave up. I couldn't stand looking at it. I hated every detail of this painting. The portrait is that I'm pretty much done. Why am I filming the clothes? It's somewhere over there. But I might show you guys this painting maybe one day. Maybe. I can't promise. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Thank you so much for joining my little stream. I will make sure that I let you guys know when it will happen again. I presume Friday might be the best day for me to stream, because tomorrow I want to focus on the feathers. If I paint on the eagle's head, I'm sorry, but whatever. Take care, guys. Love you. Ciao, ciao.